So this article is related to proper orthogonal decomposition of simplified hemodynamics in a 2D and aneurysm model using the MATLAB. In this basically study, we have just simplified the computational framework for analyzing hemodynamic behavior inside an idealized two-dimensional aneurysm geometry. Aneurysm basically a geometry property, a type, which basically provide us a two-dimensional behavior of the hemodynamic behavior of the 2D system. So the diffusion-driven velocity transport the model, which is basically simulated on a structured grid to capture the temporal evolution of flow patterns within the bulged uh, arterial cavity. So in this basically complete article, we have worked on the randomized inlet perturbations and parabolic inflow conditions which generate the physically meaningful velocity variations across the aneurysmal region. So the main simulation basically processed using the proper orthogonal decomposition to extract dominant flow structures and quantify energetic mode contributions. So the computational fluid dynamics allows for the detailed analysis of patient-specific aneurysm geometries. Aneurysm basically is one of the disease which uh, contains in the human body, and it we need to work on the spectrum reveals that most of flow dynamics are captured by the leading modes, enabling construction of reduced order model. We shortly called is a ROM. So I have just written the abstract with the introduction. Introduction I have just written like how the aneurysmal geometry works and how it displays its output shape in terms of potential to rupture and cause life-threatening hemorrhage. So the main thing is that the reduced order modeling, which is called ROM, provides an efficient alternative by the capturing dominant flow dynamics using a fewer degrees of freedom. So in the introduction, I have just explained in details like how the reduced order modeling techniques provide an efficient alternative. So here is the singular spectrum. By analyzing sequence of flow snapshots and the proper orthogonal decomposition as well has been widely used to extract the coherent structures from complex flows. So the in biomedical applications, POD-based ROMs can accelerate the simulation facilitate. So here is the clinical motivation in which I have added how computational modeling fills this gap by offering high resolution visualizations of flow behavior inside the complex vascular geometries. So here is the need of for efficient flow modeling. Basically, need is that we need to reduce order modeling and effective strategy by compressing the high dimensional simulation data into low dimensional representations. So the role of data-driven POD method is the same like how we can present the patterns, the most influential vertices, and it also reduces the noise and enhance the interpretability of flow phenomena inside the bulged cavities. So here is the contribution of a present study. Contribution is that we just get the reduced model and is evaluated through reconstruction error analysis to assess its accuracy and robustness. Visual representations of geometry is basically POD mode, singular spectrum, and reconstructed flow fields as well. Okay. Problem statement is same like how we just identifies the rupture risk. Full scale computational fluid dynamics simulations are often too expensive for rapid clinical decision making. So the complex arterial geometries, nonlinear flow interactions, and time-dependent velocity patterns make basically conventional modeling approaches computationally and burdensome. So here is a mathematical approach, like how we have developed the aneurysm geometry through the radial deformation. And here is the bulge cavity velocity field. Here is a discretized form of the temporal evaluation. Here is the velocity fields are collected and arranged into snapshot matrix. So this is a singular value decomposition. Here is the reduced orthonormal spatial. Here is the model coefficients and all the equation according to root mean square. Methodology contains here which provide us the complete flow, how biomedical flows, and how the POD for mode of extraction is an effective workflow for biomedical flows. Design of MATLAB simulation, in which these are the parameters I have used for the grid size, aneurysm base radius, bulk, amplitude, viscosity, coefficient, and these are the aneurysm geometry of graph, and this is the POD mode 1 U component basically. And here is the POD similar spectrum, and here is the ROM reconstruction error. This is a reconstructed velocity field, and here is a POD based construction results and discussion. In the results and discussion, I have just added like how the clearly visible aneurysm cavity according to the spatial domain where the flow develops, and how the approach balances the computational efficiency and with the accuracy, making it suitable for rapid diagnostic applications. So these are the table contains the POD and ROM summary and conclusion and references as well. Okay, all the references are added accordingly. So let me provide you the MATLAB demonstration. MATLAB demonstration is this. Basically, you need to just open this MATLAB files, which is basically here, and all the code is provided according to the parabolic profile, and accordingly when you will just run it, you will get the output results like this. I have just already run this MATLAB model because it takes some time, so that's why I have just run it. And POD mode 1 and third one is basically POD singular spectrum, fourth one is basically ROM reconstruction error, next one is basically reconstructed velocity field final snapshot, and next one finally velocity magnitude. Okay, these are the output results, and you will get the output results when you run the model. Okay, if you need to ask anything, you just ask me. I will answer your questions. Thank you.